Intuitive Jacob, thank you for being here, and thank you for your patience for those of you that have been waiting. I was only able to do the 6 of the tribes for the Hall of Days because I was getting over the flu in 2 different ways and had a weird conjunctivitis, so now that I may see clearly and that we may demonstrate that as well, we're going to take a look at selective form creation, what didn't get drawn and quartered, and what's actually on the inside of the magnetic unleavening. I'll show you on the inside what it looks like on the new board, where some of us have sigiled ourselves through sound, and more messages to come. If these messages are a little weird, well, it's because some of us are in the one strong incept ion, and we're being trained to hear other things within this new form. If you have more questions about that, feel free to click the link in my description. You can enter the very fine Martians Discord chat room and enter into discussion with us. Sometimes we share music and art and other things. And if you would just like your own private reading with perhaps a forensic look into some of the things that might have been confusing to you at a first look, hit me up. We've got a very specific way that we can do that, especially if you have things like dates of birth or actual dates that events happened before the I went on and the, hey, is that can? Did the camera catch it all in that era? Huh, what's this new ear thing? You thing, me thing, catch you on the inside of the reading. Hi Virgo, so good to have you here. Thank you for being present for your Jan 2020 that we may see clearly reading. I've been meditating over your energies while I was shuffling these cards with a piece of rainbow magnetic hematite. And these are your cards. We're going to start with your archetype here. Beautiful energy, Virgo, angel, showing up right here for you. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's because you're actually the earth angel, or the hearsay of the ear thing, that place where that angel landed. That's why the Virgin shows up in, I'll say, humanoid form. If you pay attention to the zodiacs of the constellations. Okay, so this card says light attributes, helping those in need with no expectation of reward. Shadow attributes, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Does that remind you of anybody on either side of that? Virgo? So I'm hearing for some of you all, that's you right there. And learning about where to draw the line with people, because sometimes just having such an open heart like an angel can put you in a passively receptive mode to shadow-ass characters, you know, that might try to extract things from you. So be wise about this. Be discerning, Virgo. Let's see what else we can find out. We've got the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck here. Oh, wow. So, I'm hearing some of you all might have had a special prayer that you did with one of the eclipses. Or perhaps, if you're actually one of mine here, thank you so much for being here, too, and thank you for your continued ongoing support. You might have been involved with our Kazemi Moon magic that we did. I say magic that we did. Magic. Not really, but it was a prayer that happened around the magic that people call Kuzimi, and we were stepping into a new understanding of what the third eye as one strong incept eye on, where the cam era is our browser, the real dark web, and where all of the information has been sent to you for your perfect genetic code, and why it's a 1 for the incept ion, the dark moon, the void, and what Lilith knows. It's funny if you ever ask an astrologer that claims that they can read you by what you look like when you walk into a room, what they think. Just if you ask them, hey, where's Lilith? Because some of them didn't realize what side of the lens they were shining in on the other side of. Sometimes it's a stethoscope, sometimes it's some other kind of medical instrument, but why gut health is the cornerstone of everything that Hippocrates actually taught about, and why doctors take the Hippocratic Oath, and why there seems to be a separation between astronomy and astrology. Is it a constellation or is it a zodiac sign? And what the signs are. What's that seventh seal, you know? Something got opened, huh? And it fell upside down in the 7 days. Wait a second, it's hazy now, isn't it? So, what side of the digestive tract did you wake up in on? Because the form has been particle materialized at 0 point, and that's where Lilith is. You know, and the little things that landed everywhere around angels who could really see what signs it was. Let's see who you might be dealing with, though, because there are signs that some people have. Might help us identify who's playing what role in that chess game. And if you need a really weird reading to help you uncover who those players are, and that other swiping for interest rates thing, you know, the human race thing. If you have any dates of birth, event dates, hit me up and do a really unique style reading, and I can help you know what they didn't get away with. They were filmed. Just know that. So, Virgo, nobody gets to hurt you as a child, as a hypersentient, as a being that came here, whose entire body has already probably been scanned. If you ever think you've been on an airplane and, you know, beam me up, beam me down, what are all those red dots they frisked you with, and those zeros and ones, and how red matter amongst black scatter might land in that skin around magnets, you know. Planets! They tell you it's a planet. It's a plant with energy for end times, and why some of them are just dead. And where are all the sentients? Are there other beings of high intelligence? Well, there's a scatter that was a collection to make sure that the ones that got swept figured out the little things mattered the most. It's like the wheat being separated from the chaff, and what a real angel knows about landing in the clothes. So, love you, babies. Nothing gets to harm you. Alright, so, signs. Who's there? Yeah, right. Possibly a Gemini, right? There's some weird joke about Mercury and your ruling planet and their ruling planet, and the exact degree of my Mercury as Pluto was revolving through Capricorn, deciding what when you sit and what it means, what it doesn't mean, and why sometimes it's like you're talking to somebody that isn't even there, and for some reason you know how to hold it together, Virgo, like nobody else, and it's really not fair a lot of times, because that's why a lot of times you all have like central nervous system issues. I'm hearing about somebody's like lupus big time, and like TMJ, and like some kind of twitch that nobody knows about, and it's just stuff that you've learned how to contain, because it's almost like there's like a second energy in there that's like just trying to calibrate itself. And while you're so darn good at everything that you really have a passion for, and where you really have a lot of this Pisces something to your energy that's the other side of your angel on the other angle that didn't get jammed in the bottle anyway, but perfect. And why you might want to look at the Gemini reading, whether or not you're dealing with a Gemini, I don't know, but Gemini's showing up for a reason for some of you all, and that reading had some information that might be helpful for you about this angel stuff and what actually gets in those genie bottle bodies. Alright, so Virgo, I love you. I just want to make sure you know that. Know that nobody gets to come after your eye for seeing something that maybe they couldn't see there. Okay? Or hearing or experiencing, whatever it is. You're going to know if it's yours. Alright. Now, those of you that are interested in love, these next two cards might be good for you. We'll see. We've got the Tarot of Sexual Magic here, and the Love Oracle card. This might give us a context as to who's coming through and what it's been about. Okay, so now, for some of you all, I'm hearing it's what people are saying, and it's not exactly what's happening if it's an office place romance. And I'm hearing that it's like, maybe people just, like, have too much time on their hands around you, but it's like they kind of made you into a couple that maybe you didn't realize you even were yet. I'm hearing it's like, it's kind of like being voted the king and the queen of the prom in somebody's workplace, and that's really cute. You're going to know if that's convenient for you or not, though, because for some of you all, I'm hearing it's like, no, I'm not having a relationship with this person. I keep hearing clandestine relationship. But I'm hearing it's not even that. But sometimes people don't, sometimes people just want to peep into holes that aren't there and make something happen. And, you're going to know if it's yours or not. That's not for everybody. This is Four of Chalices. And this isn't exactly that bored energy that you normally see for a Four of Cups. This is actually, sometimes this is making secret plans to hook up, too. So that could be you too, Virgo. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that, I'm hearing if they have like Aries and Pisces in their chart, with that Four of Cups there, if it's like Aries, Pisces, I'm hearing almost for sure it's like, if you haven't already done it yet, I'm just hearing it's like, it would be a really nice relationship. I'm hearing it's like you understand each other really well somehow. And it's like almost unlikely. And so, I don't know. That's not for everybody. But it's likely that if you're dealing with somebody privately, and if there are details around work, this person's being very helpful for you, first of all. And there's definitely a very good heartfelt connection here. Four of Cups here, this is quite frank, well, I'll just say it's putting a frame around most likely somebody that's either Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising that you might be dealing with. I'm hearing it's like, really be careful though, because there might be some implications. So let's just say that you're in a couple or you're married. If this is somebody you're working with, I'm just hearing that people around are saying things, and so it's like your spouse might be feeling very challenged by this, especially if they happen to be a Gemini. So keep that in mind, especially if there's nothing like going on, but people are talking. I'm hearing for some of you, and you need to know that, and that's what's kind of like being attracted here. For others, it's like that might not be the case. For some of you, you might have somebody that you're working with that's like a very great quality person, and what you're attracting together is really amazing. And I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like you might be really making sure that you're protecting that, that you don't want to like start any kind of romance with this person. And I'm hearing it's not a bad idea. I'm hearing that somebody might be leaving that office, and that one of you might actually be taking a transfer somewhere else, and it will just be like a much better environment for both of you to start that relationship. Because it's like nobody's going to try to cut you down, and it's like you're actually, somebody's getting a promotion is all I'm hearing. And so watch it if that's the case, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you just know that potential's there, and that it's just not worth like mixing it up right now until you know that everybody's safe. And I'm hearing you need to know that you're protected, especially if this is somebody that you've called in that's kind of like, they just like meet you in your mind somehow. And I'm hearing it's like, you know, they're more of an angel now, and that you don't even really like think about them that way. Like these are not like sexual energy cards at all, like sexual energy, but it's like romantic. I'm hearing there's like a lot of romantic vibe here, and this is like somebody that you can kind of see into the dark with, and that it's safe. It's just like, you know, they're there and nobody's groping, you know? So, I don't know. I'm kind of getting good vibes on that. And just hearing also just like watch out if you're the married one and people are talking about your spouse or something, because I'm hearing for some of y'all, nothing's happening. You're going to know whether that's the case or not, though. So this could potentially be for a lot of people. Know your own situations. All right, Virgo. Let's see what the Love Oracle card says. We've got Ascending. Ah, love it. Check that out. Ooh, nice umbrellas. What are those? Balloons. Think Luftballon umbrellas. Transcending obstacles. Learning, expansion. New phase, preparing for union. That's awesome. So for some of you all, whatever is going on, I'm going to say be like a real guardian of whatever feels like it's lifting. Whatever it is around things, relationships, situations, people, feelings that are like lifting, guard that. Protect that, because you all are either ascending your relationship with your partner that you're being protective with, and or your whole life is creating that situation. So it's like, regardless of whether you want someone in your life, or if you're like single and you're like looking, or you're like praying for something like that, that's what's happening, babe. So just know what you're seeking is actually seeking you already. And that some of the things that you've been willing to do, especially if you've been, I don't want to say putting yourself on the side. I will say, though, being protective of how you share your energy around people who might not always understand or have your best, highest mutual benefit in their registry. It's been worth it, because those are the energies helping you transcend these obstacles. You see? So hopefully you've been getting some good advice if you need it from people, if you need some help with anything. You know, check your sun, your moon, your rising. There's different readings here, and if I can help you, you know, reach out. I can do a personal reading for you with just your energies. We can get very specific if you like. All right, now, how about some advice? We've got Archangel Michael right here. And this card says, focus upon divine and perfect health. So heal thy I am. That golden light all around you. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, eat more yellow fruits and veggies. I'm hearing that might help. I'm hearing like potassium would be really good for some of you right now. You might be somebody that maybe you could just benefit from something like that. I'm hearing yellow squash for somebody. But super bio curcumin, turmeric root, things that evoke the golden shield here in the third chakra of healthy awareness to surround you would be really helpful right now. And also for any of you, if you're having that like sympathy, empathy, pain stuff that we were talking about, especially if it's like TMJ or anything, really, turmeric, biocurcumin, you might want to talk to an herbalist, something like that, an anti-inflammatory will be really good for you. I'm hearing CBD for some of you, things you might be looking into. I'm going to read the card to you. God and Archangel Michael, thank you for continuously reminding me to focus upon perfect health and for guiding my actions so that they support my well-being. I love that for you. It's beautiful. How about some Sibilas? I'd like some more information on what's going on with this Four Cup situation here. Whatever is ascending. Because your healthy energy, your relationships, your ability to think and discern clearly, that's all that's here. The angelic wisdom in the void. And really strong, high frequency energy over the violet flames. You've got this fuchsia. It's like a medallion of light around you. That's what I'm seeing. What does my Virgo need to know about this Fourth Cup situation? Alright, Virgo. What do we need to know about? Here, that's it right there. So, something that you might have given up on is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you probably, it's like, by the time it gets to you, you might just be like, I just need a nap. This is what I'm hearing, because you might have been waiting on it that long. Gran consolazione. This is a fiery energy. This is something that you've really worked on. For some of you all, this is just like, I'm hearing it's come up in its time, is what I'm hearing. Especially if somebody has been reaching into your work or into your pocket, into your mind with some kind of idea, whether there was surveillance involved or not. It's like framed on candid camera. And like where I'm just seeing this almost like there's like people waiting to get into somebody's house and there's like a camera up here and it's like, are we letting them in or not? And what it is to feel relieved about what goes around. Okay, so Gran Signore. That's the husband guy right there. If this isn't your dad, like some kind of money coming forward, something to do with paternal rights or some kind of blood tie here. It's like knowing that whoever you have purposed yourself to be, you're like stepping into that kind of role where you're like that guy or that girl that would, call it together like that. So for some of y'all, it's like not even realizing that you called somebody in that's right there for you. This is the one that you could get married to. In some cases, this might be who you're married to or who you're in that relationship with. And so if that's the case too, make sure they don't have something on their mind going on with you and somebody else that isn't happening. If it isn't happening, you want to guard what's there to be protected. That's what angels are for. So yeah, disgrazia. Here for some of you all, some of this might just be shit people are talking about, but in other cases, I'm hearing it's gonna be where somebody's vehicle records were showing that they went. And some people don't realize that your vehicle actually does that. That's what a VIN number actually is. It's on the other side of your PIN and a simulation card that some of you don't realize you've been rickrolled into, and what I think the lies on these electric cars actually are, and how you've been mic'd, and then back taxed for the energy that you've created and what I've been explaining about Bitcoin and the lies on hypersentience. But behold, a pale horse. Viaggio, here. I'm hearing somebody's travel records, whatever it amounted to. It's like the other 7 of what water knows. pH 7 and fire. It's the nuclear fission that explains what the disaster is of all time and what's been quarantined here in the elements. What I was talking about at the beginning of the reading, but for some of you all, it's just damn time for a vacation, right? Don't you know it? I'm hearing these 7s here. Might tell you when you're going to be taking it. So you got 7, 7, and 13. We got this here. A fiery 3, and somebody's saying, take me out of here, Calgon. Make it so. What is this here that's sneaking out from the bottom? Because here we gotta know, we gotta know, we gotta know. Oof. Yow. So, my condolences if he died or dies, because P5, this is like changes in body status, and that might be truth coming out about, especially if dad died or whoever that paternal role is, something to do with the house or a fire, and why somebody's wealth maybe took so long to be disseminated to them, and why they might have just been pooped by the time the good news got to them anyway. So just make sure if you've got some people watching, because I'm hearing there's like some cut a bitch legit reality proof of whatever it is, especially if somebody was trying to like put a wedge, is what I'm hearing, between you and either your spouse or your family for entertainment. It's like, it's the end. And the best thing you can do is focus on what you know you've attracted, because you've got angels here that have been protecting you through the void, my darling Virgo. Okay? Some of us have been praying, and that's all that we're protecting is divine and perfect health. And for some of you, a very special union, because this is Ascension time. I love you. Let me know what you think. If this would help somebody you know, please share it with them or thumbs me up. It means a lot to me. If I can help you with a private reading, my details are below. Also feel free to join our community, Very Fine Martians. The link is in the description. Alright, Virgo. If I don't hear from you, I'll talk to you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now.
Promise that you'll catch me.